You're watching Community Conversations, a ConcordTV production.
Hello and welcome to Community Conversations produced by ConcordTV. I'm your host Josh Hardy. I'm the Executive Director of ConcordTV. And with me today I have Dawn and Dana from Intown Concord. Thanks for joining me, you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. And why don't you both introduce yourselves to our audience a little more in detail, because you both are relatively new to Intown Concord, at least the last year, right? So maybe just introduce both yourselves a little bit more.
Go ahead.
All right, I'll go first. So I am Dana McGrath. I am the event coordinator, and I jumped in with Intown Concord in February of 2019. It's this year, right? So kind of hit the ground running with market days, and it was learning quickly and working with all the volunteers, and kind of because I had also just moved to Concord the previous April. It was really just getting super involved in the community and seeing kind of all the wonderful things that happen, and not having seen market days in the flesh yet, it was exciting to see it all come together and work with the whole group. So it was a blast, and planning more events to bring everyone together.
Absolutely. I'm Dawn Vadami. I'm the Executive Director, and I am a Florida transplant, and I've been here since November-ish in Concord. I moved here for about a year past June. I'm trying to get my calendar in my head. But it's been about a little bit over a year, and I love it. I have many years in Chamber of Commerce experience. Before that, I was with United Way nonprofit experience. So it was just a matter of merging all of the skill set, and I love events. And I love downtown community. I love small business entrepreneurs and just helping them succeed and become better and stronger and more vibrant. And downtown and Intown Concord was a perfect fit for me and the board of directors as well as the community, and I love it. So every day is a new adventure, and no 2 days are alike, and that's what I like about it.
That's great. And I could tell you're the perfect team for what Intown Concord does, for what the mission of Intown Concord is. Now, you jumped in at a time where it was your first market days that you would run, and it seemed like it went without a hitch. We were there, ConcordTV was there covering throughout the weekend, and it seemed as great as ever, if not more so. And could you just maybe share your experiences kind of, I think you had talked about it briefly during your introduction, but about that experience, the market days experience, and what's it like putting that together, and what are your thoughts kind of now that the dust has settled on that?
Well, I think we need a little bit more time for planning. I am a big planner, a big organizer, cross your T's and dot your I's, and one of the things that we learned is you can never do enough research. Learn more about your vendors, about your community. Ask the downtown community what they envision. They have the longevity. They have the history. There are some merchants that have been there for 35 years. And this was our 45th year. We try to make it better. I always look at it afterwards going, okay, how can we make it just this much better? Just one step higher, take it to the next level. What can we do? We really didn't want to change anything this year because this was our first year, and we wanted to just promote the music and the event itself, and it was the shopping adventure, and it was the music. And for me, I learned some good, some bad, and some things that I want to change. And I think that's normal for any event that we do. It's not just market days, but it could be Halloween Howl, it could be the Upstairs Downtown tour. It's any event that we do. You always take a hard look at it and see what worked and what didn't work, and what can we do better, because this is a community event, and it really is about bringing community and bringing people to downtown Concord and to get them to continue to come downtown as a destination location.
And I think it's great because even after market days, we learned that way back in the day, it started as Christmas in July, and then it became old-fashioned bargain days, and then it became market days, and it's just this evolution that has just become such an amazing community event. It's won best community event for families, and just best community event in New Hampshire with the Hippo and things like that. So I think that it's just really become something the entire community can jump in with, and from the planning standpoint, and I appreciate you saying that, it went off without a hitch, because we see the little things that...
That's from the public-facing side, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, And even though it was an amazing experience to see everyone enjoying it, you show up for the 3 days, you enjoy the music, the planning part, just seeing everyone's hard work. Like we had a logistics lead, we had someone that managed volunteer signups and on-site volunteers, obviously working with 175 plus vendors, like making sure everyone's aligned. And it's just such a big event in a community that, Concord is the capital of New Hampshire, but it's still a tight-knit, smaller community. So I think that something like this that draws people from all over the place and really is community building regionally. We had vendors from Connecticut, New York, Rhode Island. So it's not just New Hampshire, and maybe in the future we can really kind of focus it to be that local showcase too, like it used to be the old-fashioned bargain days, and kind of bring it back to that and have that nostalgic feel, especially with the new decade coming up. So, big ideas. So it should be a lot of fun.
So I'm curious, just with the Market Days event, there's so much history and there's so much talent that people have come to Intown Concord Market Days for. So if you could tell me a little bit about kind of what it takes for getting all that together, all the volunteers it takes, and maybe ideas you have for other event and volunteer coordinating.
I started in November, and we went quickly starting in January with planning, and then Dana came on board in February. So we hit the ground running with our volunteers, kind of cultivating our committee, our planning committee, and it was designated into leads. So, and like I think I've mentioned earlier, we had amazing talent throughout, the artists, the entertainment. Tandy's Market Days Idol is a huge draw to Market Days, and then our other stages brought other acts. It would not be possible without our amazing team. I can't say enough about our volunteers. They're out in the community, and you give them a job, and then they go out and about, and they're combing. You get text messages or emails, and like, hey, I like this group. What do you think? And you're like, yeah, okay, let's go with it. So we like that involvement and the enthusiasm and the passion, the excitement, because they exude that throughout the festival as well. If they're passionate about it, then the community's going to be passionate about it, and I really love it. And it's so exciting to see the group blossom. When they first walk in the door, they're like, oh, what am I going to do? And then at the end, they're going like, I'm in, I'm going to do this. So for me, it's that transformation that I love to see with volunteers, and really just work together with them. And there's some suggestions that I'll make, and they'll go, nah, and okay, but they'll make some suggestions, and we go back and forth. There's no dumb question, there's no dumb answer. I'm always open to trying different things with the events, and hey, I've got this idea, what do you think? Okay, let's figure it out. And that's really what we want to do with Market Day, or with any of the events coming to downtown. Something new, fun, unique, exciting. I know when I look at an event or a calendar of events, because everybody's schedule is so busy, just like mine, and I'll go through and I'll read something like, I already went to that. I'll just go on to something else. So how do you make that event that's been in existence for 45 years, new, fresh, exciting? We bring together our community volunteers to say, we want some ideas. And I definitely want to bring in our future leaders. And those are our students, whether they're middle school or high school, come in and teach them from the beginning as well how to run and organize an event. It's pretty cool.
It definitely takes more than 2 people to run an event like that, to say the least. Yeah,
absolutely.
Now, you had mentioned kind of new events, and there is one in particular that you have coming up very soon, which is kind of why I'd asked you guys to come in here in the first place for the Camp Intown event. Could you guys tell me a little bit more about what that entails?
Yeah, absolutely. So it is part of the Discover Downtown series. It's brought to us by New Hampshire Federal Credit Union and Zoe & Co. So they are 2 sponsors that we have. We also have 1055 JYY that's going to be there. We have DJ Nazzy Naz is going to be on City Plaza with the Beats, so that should be a lot of fun. It's Saturday, August 3rd. From 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. is the Camp Intown event, which I'll talk about. And then in conjunction with that, we're doing a Stuff the Bus school supply drive. So from 10 to 2 that day, we'll have a bus on City Plaza, and we're asking community members to donate school supplies that we can then in turn give to local classrooms and teachers for the new school year. So, just really community building kind of event, getting people downtown to have some fun, that friendly competition that we all love, and just enjoy the downtown community. So in regard to what we're going to be doing at Camp Intown, we're going to have different zones. So like I mentioned, we'll have the big bus on City Plaza, so that'll be our stuff the bus, and bring as many school supplies as you can collect. We're trying to fill the whole bus, and it's a program that Dawn has done in the past, and it's something really great that we can bring to the community here. And then of course we'll have Nazi in the contest zone. I'm calling it the entertainment and contest zone. So he'll not only have his music and you can dance on City Plaza, and we'll also have a hula hoop contest. And we will have that at 10:30 and 11:30. So we'll see who can hula hoop the longest. And then at 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. we're going to do a limbo contest. So I'd love to get, just the whole community, everyone trying to compete.
I think I'm too tall. I'm too tall for that.
You could be the limbo stick.
I could be, yeah. Then everyone would just be walking under it without having to
There
jump.
you go.
But that should be a lot of fun. We'll also have relay games. So, we really wanted to do that nostalgic field day. So I don't know if you can remember in like middle school when you had, we had challenge day. So like each class would have a color, and you dress in your color that day, and everyone come in like ready to roll, and you just like totally support your class. So we're kind of doing a play on that. Team North Main and Team South Main, because that makes up that stretch of Main
You have that
downtown.
little sign right there, right?
I do. I have our little prop here. So if you're Team South Main, because we're at 49 South Main Street, but we always support Team North Main as well. So we want to make sure everyone comes down and joins us for that, and just represent your favorite store on Main Street, or just have some fun in the community.
And a lot of it is I won't say silly. There were the fun games when I was growing up. The wheelbarrow race, the potato sack race, the three-legged races, the egg on the spoon. This silly fun ones you can just really laugh a lot. I mean, we played around with the egg on the spoon the other day, and we're laughing so hard we were crying. And because you brought back those memories, going, I remember when I did this, or let's do this, and run down the hallway. And we got a couple other people from the building to join in and do some of the races, and we were just laughing. It was great. And that's what we want to bring. We want to bring that feel-good community vibe and go, there's a lot to do downtown. It's something different and unique. And hey, we've got some shopping to do in the meantime.
Yes, absolutely, because we definitely want people to see that there's anything you could possibly need is downtown. I mean, we have clothing stores, we have shoe stores, we have there's a store that's dedicated, they have 50 home. So they have something from almost every single state in the United States. I think that's amazing. I mean, that made in the USA kind of thing, and you can find just amazing gifts and anything at all.
There really is. Your wish list is right there. And it's a way of exploring and seeing what you can do. Market days is crazy. There's a lot of people that are here that come into town and swarm. So they don't really, and they're trying to see as much as possible within a short amount of time. So by doing events like this to discover downtown, it's exactly that. You're discovering what's downtown. You can actually do it in segments. One weekend spend doing South Main Street, and then going down and doing another segment and doing another segment. We have the farmers market every weekend. We have the arts market every weekend. We have concerts and music on the streets. Hotel Concord does a little series at night, and they're supporting the local music schools. So there's so much to see and do. We're just trying to bring activities to kind of complement the stores that are already down here.
Right, because I could imagine, as part of this event, you don't have to be there the whole time. A family could show up and participate in one event, and then do a lap around, or go get lunch afterwards, or make it part of what they're already doing downtown.
Right.
And that hopefully, because of a free event like that, it encourages people to go to downtown Concord and maybe not go further away for their day trip.
Right.
Stay here.
For sure.
It's just again, and we say that all the time, it is about our community and where we live. It's that live, shop, and play local vibe. We definitely believe in it. And the only way people are going to shop downtown is if they know what's downtown. And it's our job, by events and community outreach, to showcase what is downtown and help our merchants and help our business. It's not just merchants, it's all of our businesses. whether they're attorneys, whether they're banks, whether they're, tailors. It's everyone and anybody. There's a reason why they're on Main Street and the surround and the side streets. They love that vibe. Their residential is booming. We've got a lot of housing going on. So there's so much to see and do, and it's a hidden gem. This is our capital. It's not just the state capital, the State House and the lawn. There's so much to see and do, from end to end. And we're excited to bring that to the community.
Yeah, it's called New Hampshire's Main Street, right? Pretty much. So
Pretty much.
We like to think of it that way.
Yeah, I have family that have actually said, "What's there to do in Concord? You're working there now." And I'm like, "What do you mean? You live here. Why are you not down here all the time?" So now it's actually kind of funny. I get little text messages, and they're like, "Hey, we're going downtown Concord." I'm like, "Okay." I'll see you, I'll meet you. And it's exploring the different restaurants. There's so many different cuisines here. And, the community is always looking for more. And we have some developers that are, they've got their hand in different fires. And we listen, and they listen. And that's what's good about the community, because they don't want to lose that vibe either. With the remodel and the reconstruction of Main Street, they want that quaintness. And we look at it as, pretty. Most people know I'm from Florida. We don't really have that hallmarky Main Street vibe, and that's what I want to bring to Concord, and have more color and have more. So when people come back, they have a place to sit. They can read. They can play on their computer. They can just play and shop and do everything that you want to do there. It's nice to see the transition. And to see where it's going, because there's so much excitement on the street that we are very thankful to be a part of it.
That's great. There's so much momentum right now.
It really is.
I agree with you. It's exciting to see all that happen. So Camp Intown, that's August 3rd. That's happening at the State House Plaza, right?
City Plaza and the State House lawn from 10 a.m.
Yep.
to 1 p.m. for the relay games. The relay games are every 15 minutes, starting at 10:15 until around 12:30. Because we're at 12:30. We are doing a giant tug of war, North Main versus South Main, and we want everyone to come out and represent. And we have a 100-foot rope that we're gonna have stretched across.
A tug of war.
Yeah, it's
A
gonna be a
legit
lot
tug
of
of
fun.
war, which most adults haven't been part of a tug of war probably since they went to camp as a kid.
Exactly,
or
exactly.
Or
And it's open to
yeah.
every age. It's not a kid's event.
Anybody.
It's an everybody event. We want the families. We want the businesses. And if you have some employees or some staffers that have Saturday off, come on down and play in some of the games, or pick some teammates to say, "Okay, Dana, we're going to go out there and we're going to go do the three-legged race." Or the egg on the spoon, which is fun in itself. And we definitely also want to thank the Rotary Club of Concord's Rotary Club, because they're going to be helping us out as well with some volunteers.
Good.
And I'm excited because it's just something fun. It's not anything. So it's this Saturday from 10 to 1, and it'll be a lot of fun.
That's great. Well, I'll definitely see you guys there. I'll be
Yeah.
there. I'll be there recording it, but it'll definitely be more fun if people go and see for themselves. But we'll
Well, have
get
you
it
put the
on
camera
video.
down for a second? You're going to run down
I'll
the
hold
sack.
it for 'em.
Right,
Just
there we
point me in
go.
the
We'll get some
direction.
footage of Josh doing a sack race.
We'll see the camera tip off to the side, like on the ground, kind of. Yeah. Definitely would be doing my job there. Yeah. But it sounds like a lot of fun, and we love covering events like that. And it's exciting to see something new. And we have the things we've traditionally done, but to be able to add something different, just to see how it can add some variety to the downtown experience. It's great.
Oh, one thing, the Crepe Escape.
Yes.
They're doing a special s'mores in honor of Play Day of Camp Intown, and then 50% of the proceeds will go back to Intown towards, what we'll be doing is anything will go towards school supplies for the Stuff the Bus campaign.
And who doesn't like s'mores, huh?
I know.
Yeah.
And the Stuff the Bus, definitely want to make sure people bring their school supplies.
Yes.
And there's a couple drop locations as well this week. So there's the school bus, obviously.
Yes.
But there's, the community center I saw?
Yep, the Citywide Community Center on Canterbury Road, like the Heights area. Also Heritage Harley-Davidson on Manchester Street. And the Greater Concord Chamber of Commerce is also a drop-off location.
Good.
So
So
we have a
hopefully-
few that you can drop. If you can't make it on Saturday, obviously, cancel all your plans because you want to come to Camp Intown.
Of course, yeah.
But if you can't make it Saturday to drop off your supplies at the bus, then certainly bring it to those locations beforehand from today on up until the event, and they'll bring it down for you. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So one other thing, I mean, I know we'll have more time to talk about this some other time, but Upstairs Downtown is coming up, what, September 12th, I think?
Correct.
Yeah. And maybe just real quick, we have a few minutes, so maybe just tell us a little bit about Upstairs Downtown and what that's all about.
Sure.
Upstairs Downtown is a walking tour of the downtown community. Last year, we took over about 150 members, community members, and walking through the haunted houses. We went through, believe it was 6 locations last year. And they go through and they walk up and they tell the story about the buildings itself, the history, the haunted history, and hopefully they get to hear some things. So this year we're taking that to a next level, and now we're doing a rooftop tour. So we're going to be climbing through upstairs and I got that. And up the stairs and through windows, and actually look at the downtown area to see as far as you can see from the different buildings. Tickets went on sale last week. You can go to our website, which is intownconcord.org, and purchase your tickets, and hopefully we're going to keep it small and intimate. So what happens is we divide you into different groups. So there's, I believe 6 different tours or groups, and you just kind of go from building to building to building. And at the end of the evening, we have a little mini reception in the atrium at Eagle Square. So it's a beautiful, I'm looking forward to it. Again, my first event, but the committee is very excited about this new tour going up on the rooftops. It is physically intensive. There's a lot of walking, climbing. Unfortunately, there aren't any elevators, so you just want to be careful about that. If you have some health issues, then this might not be the tour for you.
Okay. Yeah, but I think would it be suitable for a Concord TV staff person with a camera, maybe?
Oh gosh,
tagging
yeah.
along?
Oh gosh, yeah.
For sure.
We've done the Upstairs Downtown before, but it's been a couple of years, so maybe
Yeah.
we can tag along for that.
I think so. I want to make sure, like, I have a knee problem. I fell off a boat. But
yeah.
so I know what my limitations are, and I want to make sure that you come and you know that well in advance that there are some stairs and
Climbing flights
windows
of
and climbing flights of stairs.
It's going out a window to get to I remember there's one particular building, I think on North Main, where you go out a window up to the roof.
Yeah.
So
We're excited. And hopefully, you never know, September's a new month, so hopefully everything will be all healed and ready to go.
who knows? Yeah.
But we're very, very excited about it, and we have a great team putting that together. We're very excited.
A lot of exciting stuff. And I think just as we wrap up, I guess I would just ask, is there anything else you guys want to say to our audience, keeping in mind we're on public access and YouTube, and we also release this as a podcast as well. Cool. But any remaining thoughts you guys have just about, almost kind of just about Intown and downtown in general?
Yeah, so just want to kind of plug in our mission statement. So we promote and enhance historic downtown Concord, the business environment, cultural activities, housing, and appearance. So, I mean, we put on all these community events, but we really just, it's our mission to just make everyone know what's downtown. And like Dawn said, we want to make it a destination, and it takes the community to support that. So always shop local, always support your local business owners. It goes right through the community and just supports that. And enjoy our events. Make sure you come down and have some fun with us. And just, if you are looking for any opportunity to volunteer in your community, we have these super fun events to volunteer with. You can be a part of the planning. You can be a part of just facilitating and helping on site. So let's get involved and have some fun with us.
There we go. Well said. Any other thoughts, or was that sums it up right there?
I think it really sums it up.
Yeah.
We're always looking to be involved and have fun at the same time. I say that a lot. Our job is to have fun, and we like to incorporate more and more volunteers or more of the community into it, so they get an idea of having fun.
That's great.
Dana did a great job.
So if you don't volunteer for Concord TV, volunteer for Intown Concord.
There you go.
We were just talking about they might try to steal Matt from us. Don't get any ideas, Matt.
All the students
Back there,
come on down.
back there on audio, yeah. But thank you both for coming in and telling us about the upcoming events. Camp Intown, I'm really looking forward to being there and covering it. So I hope everyone will join Intown Concord downtown this weekend, and for all the other events that they have coming up. Thank you both so much for coming in and
Thank you, John.
being
Had a
with
great
us.
time.
Yeah. Oh, you're just saying that. Great job. Come on.
really, we really
Oh, come
did have a
on.
good
No,
Don't
thank
forget to
you.
check
No.
our website.
Yes.
Yes,
And-
follow us on Facebook, check our website. You know, there's lots of fun reading to do and learn more about us.
Well, you guys have a great website, so it's really easy to find information, and Hopefully everybody will check it out, and thank you for watching Community Conversations. We'll see you next time.